builders, welcome back to the channel where we build financial power. My name's Matt.
I'm Potter.
Fired up to be back for another Drip Friday. We're going to dive into Drip. We want to look at the UI. We want to talk about it. Potter and I were sort of hashing things out before we hopped on the show. It was just all about Drip. We like it. It's a project we're in. We've been speaking on it continuously of we don't want to be known as some channel that has shilled crap. So it has come with a lot of thought that we actually talk about this project, and we're both in on it. Potter, how you feeling this morning, first of all?
Really good. It's been a crazy week. And one of the most, talked about things that we get asked about is, oh my God, the drip price is down.
Yep.
And so let's go to it. So going to try to do this? Yes, did it correctly. All right. So this is the main page of Drip, but this is, I was pointing out here, oh my God, look at the price. It's going down. And that's when you know that you're talking to somebody who's brand new to Drip, because they are looking at the price. Does that make sense, Matt?
Yeah, without a doubt. And for reference, if this is the first time you've ever heard about Drip, it's a deflationary daily 1% ROI platform. It's gone all the way up to about $200. It's now sitting around 100. I saw it like 105 this morning. It dipped down to 86 yesterday. So it's coming down. But
yeah,
what's it at right now?
No, I was saying hi. We have somebody watching.
Oh, nice. Oh, Eric. What's up, man? What's up? I appreciate you sliding by. Yeah, Drip's been up and down, but the beautiful thing about Drip is that it's still paying.
Yes.
Paying.
Right.
And, beautiful prospect.
Getting your mind around a token like Drip, it's just complex. And so, the genesis of it was the discovery. I've talked about it before. The guy who brought me into crypto, his name's Scott Kelly, founder of Nika Geeks. You can find it on the Wikipedia. We touched base today. It felt so good to talk to him. But anyway, when he found this, it was like on his final, you know what, screw it, I'm out of crypto. I'm tired of this crap. And then he found this and he said, hey, I'm going to put my funds into a place where I can't touch them. Because I don't trust myself right now, and I'm really fatigued with all these rug pulls.
Yeah.
Right? And so then he started going, I think I'm onto something.
Yeah.
And he was. And, he then found Phantom, and he got out. But then he finally came back home to Drip. And it's because it just takes a while to understand, to believe even, that something can pay you $12, in a day. Let me go to the calculator here. So this is for 5. Let's just go one day out.
This calculator is drip.fi.app, drip.fi.app. Little calculator you can plug in and see your actual projections. Wasn't it an individual that made this calculator?
Yes, Baby Grinch.
What an awesome job.
Yeah, you can find him on the Barter Network from Ray, Bartertown Network. Really great Drip content or influencer. There's the legend Stunna Breezy. SK Crypto K. There's just so many other people. Like, we're not trying to even tell you to be, to just follow us or listen to us. There's just so many people out there who can give great advice. But regardless, there are some people who would like to say, hey, I make $16 a day, right? But you might say, well, but who can live off 67 cents an hour?
Yep.
Well, a person who can live off $16 a day, right? But what really, the power of it comes as you compound it.
Exactly.
Right? So this is what it would look like. Okay, I'm making $21 a day if you compound every day. We're going to get into that as well. I'm going very high, and then we're going to come back down.
Got it.
Okay, but let's just go. Let's just do the whole a year from now. If the price were to stay at this price, this is what you would be making a day. Now, this is the trap that people get into. They go, well, oh my God, the price, right? So let's see, 100.54, right? Let's go with 50,
If it were to drop down. Yep.
right? That's still $250 a day.
Yep.
You know, well, but it's not 100, but it's still $250 a day.
Yep.
You're still making $10 an hour, 24/7.
Yep.
Right.
And let's at 19 drip, because it says total drip 19 right now. That would basically mean right now, if you did get in and it's at about $100, it'd be $1,900 investment, right? Right about gas fees, all that crap. But in a year, you know, it'd be sitting there and you'd be making $248 a day. Continue.
Right. Now people say, okay, well, what is it? Right. So that's when we go back to this. And by the way, this is our first time doing this, so please put up with it. There are a lot of other people you can see. They've got it rehearsed. They do it all the time. We're going to start doing it all the time too, but we're getting there.
Without a doubt.
So this is the overall drip network. One of the reasons why I wanted to wait to connect is because this is how you connect, like any app, any decentralized app.
Good call, Potter.
It has this thing where you have to go to the faucet and then come back. But here are the players. There are 81,000 people playing. When I got in, I think there's like a few thousand.
When I got in, there was 20,000. So it's cool to see. It's cool to see the growth. It really is.
Right. And the growth is like one of the most important components of seeing this come to fruition. So you have the swap page. This is where you can come in. If you have BNB, you can buy, sell.
BNB is the only way to get into drip. You have to have BNB to buy drip.
Correct. Yep. The developer is thinking about, having different blockchains, but for now, it's not. So I kind of like went high level. I'm jumping around because I don't have a script yet.
All right.
One of the things about drip is the developer. His name's Forex Shark, and he works with this BB, and he has a few other people. One of the things that feels good about this project is not just that the logic works, the theory works, the tokenomics work, that it's been out there for almost a year now. Put all that to the side. The developer of any dApp that you want to be a participant of, you got to know them. You have to know what they've done before. Now, Forex, he was a millionaire in his 20s. When I talk about those influencers, Stunna Breezy, Ray from Bartertown, even our guest, Humbly, these are people who know Forex and can speak to his character. The guy really just wants to make people who don't have anything have something. Satoshi, when he created or improved upon the Bitcoin to make it a Bitcoin, he made it so that we would never have another economic crisis because of central banks.
Okay. I guess I've never heard it put that way, but it makes total sense. Yeah.
Right. And so that's why we feel good about it, right? So when we are, as Matt, has scroll at the bottom of the screen, this is not financial advice. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. We'll go into that a little bit later. But this is where, if you were going to do it, this is where you would put and invest another time.
Yeah.
So this is my small account. Okay. And I forget when I started it. I think it was in September. I started this account with $25. Right? So I started this account with $25, and in a year, for $25, I could be making as much as $500 a day. One of the interesting points I don't want to do. So what is half of what's 180 plus 365 for
That would be calculator time. Hold. 180 plus 365, you said? 545.
545. So this is where it starts to get a little bit crazier, right? Because what you're doing is you're building your drip deposit. Some people look, again, they'll look at the price. It's not the way drip works.
Yep.
Drip is based on your deposit.
It works, but it's secondary, right?
I'm saying that's not how the system works, right? It's basing it on your deposit. So I'm sorry, I didn't understand that.
So if the price of drip goes up, yes, your account is going to be higher, like you're gaining more money, but the real gold and how this thing really works is the compounding interest from the principal that you've put in. Like you're really gaining on the principal. It's not inflationary, the only thing we're looking at.
Well, kind of, right? So if, like, what you're saying is basically correct. If the price goes up or down, the value of the asset goes up and down.
Sure.
If you look at it like that, you're going to care about price.
Sure.
And you shouldn't. So what I say is, don't look at the price, look at how much you have.
Agreed.
Right? Know that you're going to get 1% of the value of that.
Yep.
So if this goes down 50, okay, I get half of that free money. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's the way you find. That's kind of funny. Forex knows that we're talking about it, and that's why he sent out an alert. So this is not, and one of the reasons that this is a good exercise in crypto is because this is not a get rich quick.
Yeah, it's
like you see this date? This is not tomorrow.
Yep.
This isn't February 26th, 2022. Yep. Sorry. This is a year and a half from now. So you have to put that into perspective. And the good thing about it is when you are learning to compound, which is hydrate, you'll start to understand the power of compound interest.
Yep. Yeah, the thing that really interested me most about this platform is that it's not sexy as far as you're getting rich overnight. It takes patience. It takes it takes time. Unless you come in at a super, like at the beginning, just like everything, unless you jumped in the beginning, very low price and put a lot of money in it at the start, it's not, well, even then you have to wait till it appreciates. And then for the real effect, you have to compound. So long story short, it's not sexy. It's not mainstream crypto, and it takes patience. And I think that's why I'm so drawn to it, that a few people that I've talked to, they're like, oh, the price dropped. And I almost look at it as a good thing. Like, I'm going to buy the dip.
I love when the price drops.
I'm going to buy the dip. But it's not flashy. It's not sexy. And I think that's fantastic. Like you said it once to me, you said basically it can become a new paycheck because it is a consistent piece. And I think it's great. The longer I've been in it, the more I've been, reading on it, looking at what other people are saying on it, creators. I think the more I'm starting to grasp it, because again, any crypto you get in, any investment you get in, there's a certain level of trust you have to put within it. You can't possibly see straight through and have full transparency of every single aspect 100%. You just can't. You didn't create it. You weren't there. So there is a bit of trust that you have to install. So the longer you're in something, I think you tend to trust it a little more. I'll be honest with you. When I got into this and it wasn't gone in 2 weeks, when it wasn't a rug pull in 2 weeks, I was like, okay, all right. All right. Now that it's been a few months, I'm like, okay, all right. So it's interesting feeling that mindset shift,
And it's hard too. It's hard not to look at something and go, but the value is going down. It's like,
it is hard. When we were talking about it beforehand, of like we initially met and you were like, I think we should do a show and whatnot. I'm like, I don't know what the hell drip is. Like, I don't trust it. I'm not telling people about it. And I say that still, that I don't know.
No,
but
we don't.
I do feel a little better to talk about it, having been in it for a little bit of time now. Again, it could all go to hell in a handbasket. Who knows? But right now, I like where it's at. I think I cut you off. My bad.
No, you didn't. You're good. So I mean, you guys have probably seen since I've been here. It's probably the value of the deposits have dropped. But guess what? The deposits haven't.
Exactly.
Right. The deposits keep going up.
Mm-hmm.
So or they stand until I hydrate. Then I'm going to get 0.1 more.
Yep.
Right. Now, one of the theories of it in transparency, my lawyer / accountant is in this, right? So when I told her about it, she was like, I'm tired of seeing you make all that money. I could use some of that, but are you sure? I'm like, she says, have you taken any out yet? And I was like, no, I hadn't at that time. I have now. But she said, how much do you want me to go in with? I was like, I don't want you to go in with anything, to be honest. So you tell me how much you want to go in with.
Yeah.
And she wanted to go for a real high number. She came in with below that. But long story short, she said, so when should I put in more? I said, give it 30 days.
Yeah, smart.
Because I need you to see how this thing can go up and then it can fall right back down, right? Yep. But it won't matter to your overall amount, right? Because it's going to come back because there's always buy pressure on drip. Buy pressure is good. Sell pressure, not so good. Buy means they want it. Sell means they're trying to get rid of it.
What drives that buy and sell pressure?
People want it. People don't want it.
So right now, how less people want it because they're trying to get in the animal farm, trying to get in the piggy bank on Tuesday. So
there's so sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So right now it would be sell pressure. Yeah.
No, it's still buy pressure.
It's still buy pressure? Oh, okay.
It's just that because if there was look, it just dropped back to 1972. I mean, like it was at 1969. There's always buy pressure, but there are people who are now using this as an economy.
Yeah.
Today was somebody's paycheck. At a certain minute, a whole bunch of people did paychecks for themselves for the week. A lot of people sold because they just saw an advertisement to get into a position. Some people just saw an advertisement to get into drip, and they just put into the faucet for the first time. So it's just that the people who own have more than the people who are coming in, but that's going to start to change, and we're starting to see the volatility of the price used to be a lot more rapid.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But now it takes a while to move it. So yeah, there's buy pressure right now. I forgot where I was going. So you'll have to forgive me again.
No, you're good.
But one of the things that we're gonna, we can kind of go here now. So
sure, let's go.
You can see I've got a team of 1 of 1, and that would be our build account. That would be our 1 of 1, and we were debating on. Not debating, we were trying to figure out, okay, what's the best? Oh, I'm talking. I got the music. That's the first you were here, folks. So we were talking about.
You're good.
How do we ask people to contribute, or join drip? And at the same time, we tell them, hey, this is not financial advice, because it's still not financial advice.
Yep.
If you are getting value from the things that we're teaching you weekly, then we say, please don't send us a super chat. Airdrop us drip, or become one of our partners and become in our downline, and we'll show you how to do that in another show. If you are hip to everything, that's right, I said hip. We'll provide the referral link down there. That's the first time I've ever done that.
In the description down there. There you go. Welcome to the world of YouTube plugging.
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Exactly. There you go. Well, and it's, we talked about it. We hashed it out as far as of right now, you can't super chat us due to where the channel's at. In time, it will get there to where you'll have that ability. But it is a way that you can support this channel. We'll say that that, it is not financial advice. Nothing we ever say will be. We're only YouTubers. What the heck do we know? This is simply a documentation of my process and Potter's process, sort of her teaching me, taking me under her wing. That's the whole point of this. But we want to talk about specific projects. We want to talk about, projects that we have some trust in, and it can be a good thing. But it is a way that you can support us. We have a buddy address, as it's called, in the link in the description below. And you have to, it's invite only. So it doesn't have to be our link. You can go to Stun It Breezy, you can go to other people that are doing it, but it's invite only. You have to have that link in order to get into the faucet, to get into it. But every Friday, we're going to be talking about this. Every Friday, we're touching drip as of right now. Every Thursday, both days at 10 Eastern, we're going to be having a live show. Thursday, we're doing some basic terminology and sort of covering the basics for beginners. And Friday, we want to have some fun with drip. And I think it's been another fun friggin' show. Potter, you got anything in closing?
No, not really. Just, again, going back to the teams, and one of the reasons we're saying, hey, we're building, and our network, as we understand how to work the drip network, we'll be building how you manage that downline thing. Yep. So it's not like it'll just be, your normal super chat. Thank you very much, which we always appreciate, but please don't super chat, right? Save your money. And if you don't want to drip, you don't need to drop us any drip. But because there are other people out there who have these programs, they give away a lot of drip to people, and we don't want to keep you from that. But if you want to be on our team, we'd be happy to have you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, builders, see you next Thursday, and keep building.
And we even got a viewer